It's another great day again. Today we have our lesson 2, fetch data from database. The topics related in this lesson is to create database and table, connect to our database which is discussed in lesson 1, data table, display data to data grid, then a simple SQL query knowledge. Select asterisk from. So let's start this project now. First, we'll create a database. So let's open our SQL Express server. Okay. Express, you will see in your Object Explorer. Now we will create a new database. Right click on database folder. Create new database. Let's name it demo. Okay. Now we have our demo database. So we're going to create a table. Click on the table folder, then right click, new table. Let's create a user table. So I need a primary key. So let's call it primary key ID. Data type should be integer. Set as primary key. Then let's auto increment that. ID is identity. Yes. Auto increment. Then let's have another field for the username. Let's use varchar. Let's say 35, the length of the string. Password varchar 35. Varchar stores string. Then let's have a name. Varchar 80. Then let's put another field for email. Varchar 100. Now let's save. Let's call this table users. Okay. Now you already created a table. Just refresh. We have here our table users. So for us to fetch data from Visual Studio from our project, we need to place data first on this table. So right click, edit up to 100 rows. Let's put some data. Betsu 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Let's do stream. Let's add another one. We have the demo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's yeah. Let's check our table. Select asterisk from. That is the syntax for select asterisk from. TBL users. So below here is the result of our table users. We have 2 rows, two records. So let's open our project. Let's use our project from lesson 1. Let's open our class in my server. As you can see here, I've added additional property for the connection string. It's the same as this line. I just created the property. So first, I'm teaching you to use regioning. Since we're creating another method, I need to region this out so that it will be clean and readable. Uh, this is properties. Okay. As you remember, this is our test connection method. test connection, creating a region for that so that it will be cleared. Now let's create another region for that. Let's call this get data. We're gonna use data table. So what is a data table? A data table is a table with rows and column. That's a simplified meaning. So let's create a method. Public data table get data. Then let's add some parameter. Is query or command text. Let's name it command text. Then let's build the error handler. If an error happened to our method, let's return it null. Then let's have an error message telling us what went wrong to our method. Okay, so now we will use our connection to DB. So how are we going to do that? Varcon is equals to new SQL connection. Then we have our connection string property, which is I named it connection string. Yes, connection string is here. It's the same. Connection string is here, right? As from our previous lesson. Then declare for a new data table. Then let's use the new SQL data adapter to fill our data table. We'll send the command. Then our connection. This one. First, it will have some error because the connection was closed, so we need to open that connection. Okay. Then data adapter will fill data table. So the result of our data adapter will fetch the data from our database and will place it in the data table, which is DT. Now let's return that data to our method. That's a simple code to retrieve data from our database. Now let's play the data on the data grid. So let's go to the form. We have here the form. Do I need the data grid? Looking for data grid view. Here's the data grid view. Let's put that one. Okay. Let's rename this one. Let's name grid user. Grid users. Then I want the data load when the form open. So using our data, var source is equals to, you remember our class, new my server. Then let's get directed. You can do that one. We have here our query, our select asterisk from. Then let's call our data grid data source equals to, first this set that to null to clean the data source equals to source. Let's run the project. There you go. As you can see, the data was fetched from the database. As you see here, the column names the same here in our data. So there you go. Thank you for viewing my video. See you next time again for my lesson 3. That will be the CRUD operation and searching functionality of the grid.